Damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel back at it with the Tims. Always the Tims first. Just a wardrobe full of fucking Tims. Every time one pair gets shredded, you just whip out and you run home, whip out a new pair out of the wardrobe and fling them around and slap that down on your keyboard, and your keyboard clicks onto subscribe to the Bladdercast, like and subscribe, and don't subscribe to unsubscribe to everyone. Raid Mr. Beast's compound. Raid fucking who's that guy? The other guy. I don't know these fucking YouTubers. There's a bunch of fucking YouTubers on there. And there's different YouTubers for different demographics. Like there are YouTubers for probably people that are in their fucking 50s. And I don't know what those kinds of people like, if they even really go on YouTube that much. No 50-year-old has ever gone on YouTube. They don't exist. No, I know. Like, everyone goes on fucking YouTube. Everyone goes on, like, online videos and shit like that. So, starting some sort of online fucking shit is obviously a good thing to do if you can control it and if you can make it grow and people like you. If you're like one of the unlikables and everyone fucking hates you, then I guess you can make money off of that as well. Being totally under the radar for years and years maybe isn't. Well, you can definitely get away with saying a lot of things, and you can probably do like whatever you want and not get any repercussions, but you're not really gonna get anything except, I guess, self-understanding. And you're gonna have just random people fucking show up, whether it's good or bad. And sometimes that's good. Every time I make a video, every time I make a video, there's always a point where I just go and I don't really have anything to say for a little bit, and then I try and think of things to say, and there's just nothing. And then I start talking about random stuff until something like comes up. What can I talk about? I can talk about myself and about, yeah, but we do find other people interesting. Like that's the cool thing about being a human being, is that there are tons of other human beings around, and loads of people have had interesting lives or are doing interesting things or have skills that you want to learn from, or people that you want to work with and things like that. So to a lot of people, I would be interesting, and then to a lot of people, I would be, you know, a negative influence, a negative, like, character, whatever I do. And I think there are always people that like you and dislike you no matter what you do. So you can, like, build fucking charities, you can save people, and one of the, nah, I'm just gonna do a little hypothetical, like one of the delivery trucks or whatever that has my name and my face on it going like this. We feed people in need. It like crashes into a building or something and kills like a family, and then one of the family members survives, and then suddenly I'm like the worst person in the world because my face was going like this, and it's attached to loss and suffering. And everyone's view on suffering is different. Everyone's view on suffering is opinionated. Their own fucking. There are some days where I'm very verbose, and I can yarn and weave an interesting selection of words and like descriptions, but Today might not be one of those days. And I think my voice actually changes. I think I have different, like, not completely different personalities, but I definitely have different, like, changes in feelings and emotions and a person. Because, like, sometimes I can I can come across as a little bit more crazy than other days. And then I saw chemicals in my brain. It's interesting that everything that I've ever thought about or know or exist as or have learned, everything that I'm doing right now, everything that I'm saying is within this thing that is in my fucking skull. This mushy pulp. All of my choices in life. We are animals. Everyone's a furry. Oh, I hate that shit. Fucking hell, I hate people who are like in fursuits and they go like that, like to wipe their eyes, and they have they're all beta males. You've never seen an alpha in a fucking fursuit. You've never seen an alpha furry in your fucking life. And like someone can come across as like really big and muscly or whatever, but you're still, just because you're big and muscly doesn't mean you're a fucking alpha. There's a lot of mentally deranged people in this fucking world, and it hurts to see. It hurts to see disabled people as well, because it's like that's a human being that's not fully formed. But then people get angry and say, you're ableist," and like. But then again, I'm not saying I don't want to say something bad about someone who's disabled. I'm just saying, like, when you want to be able to be fully functional, and there are some people in this fucking world who want to be disabled, and there are some people who, if they had the choice to become a normal person, they wouldn't, because they get too many benefits probably from being disabled and too many social points. And then there's the normal people who defend them. How dare you say that about my disabled friend that I look after and that I put on my social media so that I get my community to give me social points and things like that. Like, a lot of the world is full of people who do stuff for attention and social, like, hierarchy and ideologies and dogmas, and it's a dumb world. It's a bug planet. The fucking Starship Trooper shit. Nerd alert! Take those fucking glasses off, you fucking nerd! Fucking everyone who wears glasses, shoot them. Am I right? Who did that? Pol Pot? I barely know anything about Pol Pot. I barely know anything about, like, China's history and things like that. I know China keeps on, like, breaking apart and forming, and it will probably break apart again in the fucking future. But whenever it's formed, like, together, Westerners are bad is usually the main motif. It's interesting that there's a whole bunch of, like, it's interesting how our brains work. Like, we're very, like, groups. We get into groups, and then we say that not a different group is bad. And we, like, fight against each other to try and make ourselves better. That's what happened in the Cold War. That's what happened in the race to the moon. That's what happens in business. That's what happens with animals. You see two silverback fucking apes fighting against each other to be the main alpha. You see the young lion taking on the older lion and killing all of the cubs, and death and destruction and pain and suffering, and all of this is just so that, what is it, genes, all of this is just so that, like, biological information can be passed down. That is from single cell organism, from nothing to single cell organisms to what we are now, at this point, is the best that has been created by evolution, that has been created by the universe to pass on information. Our job here, no matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody believes, is to reproduce. And anyone who doesn't do that is unsuccessful in life. But that is also a very primalistic way of looking at life. That is biologically and physically what we're supposed to do, but it is not a good way to live life. And I don't want anyone telling me how to live life. I don't want even my own biology to tell me how to live life, but it will. There'll be a point where my organs will start failing. There'll be a point where I start devolving, where I start when negative effects start cropping up from my livelihood and my the way that I've lived and my age and all of this fucking shit, and what? And I die, and you die, and anything that I fucking say, anything that I believe, anything that we do, is like it won't go it will go into like people's minds, and then it will get passed on. So I think passing on information and data and ideas survives for like thousands of years. If you can create a strong idea, then that fucking survives. So is that a living thing? Because an idea is something that exists within the brain, and it's something that can drive a person, it's something that can drive people to do things and act in certain ways and change the world in certain ways. So I don't know what maybe there's different reasons why we're here. Maybe we're here, maybe the universe has created life so that we pass on there's no point in me talking. Well, for me there is, because if I don't, then I'm basically not alive and I don't exist. So I need to keep on talking and keep on thinking and stuff. But then the more that I do that, the more I change, and then I'm completely different to who I am now in like 10 years. Maybe not completely different, maybe I'll have some of the same views or completely the same views, but due to a whole bunch of changes and me taking in more data and information, I'll definitely change into something else. Whether that's good or bad, maybe I should just start saying the most derogatory and negative stuff at all, stuff that society just hates you for, even if just to see how people like treat me. Because I don't really like the positive. No, I do like positive people and like positive like words and like people getting together and like agreeing with stuff. That's good, but then again, a lot of people are very simple and basic, and they don't really think about a lot of things. They don't really change their views. And then when those people say, yeah, wow, that's a great idea, good, and stuff like that, I'm kind of like, maybe I should go against what you're saying. Maybe what I'm saying is wrong if a lot of people are agreeing with me, and my views are, maybe it's just fucking bullshit. And my goal is to, like I've said in videos before, just print out t-shirts with my slogans on it. So maybe I should just keep on saying fucking words until I come up with something, and like 10 people watch the video and they're like, Yeah. Now that's a word that should be on a t-shirt. I'll put that on it in the comment section. Write down what you want on a t-shirt. So come out of my ass. I'm putting that on a t-shirt with my face going like this. And I'm going to obviously hire hijackers to drive buses through people's houses, killing people, and then leave one survivor of the family, usually a young one, so they can grow up hating me. So I come out of my ass with my picture like that. And all of the tough guys and all of the psychoanalysts and people like that, me saying "so come out of my ass" obviously means that that's what I want. And when I say I want to be a good person, it means I want to be a bad person. And I don't know. What's all of this fucking mind games and shit like that? People go on to get a degree and so they can suddenly say what's in your head and then say that you're crazy. I don't. No, people have said that I am crazy, but like I'm not. I'm not crazy. Come on. I mean, I do like things that are uncommon, and I act in a certain way, and I think it like differently from other people, and that usually makes like certain. That usually makes like people treat me differently to how they would normally treat another person, and it makes like social interaction a bit more like coarse. But I'm not being stabbed to death or fucking chased around and screamed at and like beaten and people telling me that I'm a disgusting human being. So obviously I'm not doing anything too bad yet. Yeah. Life is boring. Life is too long. Henry Rollins said that in one of his fucking things. He says some interesting stuff, but whenever someone says something interesting, like even me, and maybe a tiny little interesting fucking stupid thing that I say, you've always got to think like, are they copying it from someone else? Are they just saying that so they can get views and attention? Do they really think that way? Like people who say I don't want any money, or people who say that if you give me money, I'll use it to create art and things like that. You've always got to be like, what are they really thinking deep down inside? Because the majority of people that want attention are sad people who never got attention, and so there's some sort of addiction to attention. Right? The best life that I could live is a life of less wants. A life of no wants. But then that's boring. But then again, everything else is boring. Like when you buy, I don't know, maybe when someone buys, well, when someone buys himself something, like they're happy, but then they don't stop buying stuff. Maybe some people do. Diogenes, it's time to be Diogenes. Where's my big fucking wine barrel that I live in with shitting and pissing dogs? My family got a new fucking dog, and it eats wires. Well, it's not that bad. I don't really fucking like animals. I don't really care for fucking animals. They're just dumber beings that fucking are messier and noisier and more biological fucking waste. And then your family pressures you into attaching your fucking feelings onto this fucking creature. I'm not a person that attaches feelings to like other beings. Like I know a lot of people do. A lot of people are like, if you kill my dog, I'm killing you, and things like that. But if I had a dog for like 5 years and someone went and stomped on it, I'd just be like, well, my dog's fucking dead. I don't care. But is that a sociopath or a psychopath way to look at certain things? I don't care. I don't care. Well, what I care about is, I guess, recording videos. I like recording videos and talking. I could talk for hours. I already talked for 20 minutes. That's enough. Bladder, like and subscribe. The thing is like, it takes time to get into a talking mood, and then by the time I'm in a talking mood, I'm getting fucking pissed off, and I don't even want to fucking talk. Eventually, I'm going to get myself like a recorder so I can record long audio things, and I'm going to be uploading that shit for one view. One view. One view is all I need. All I need is for one person to watch my whole video and say, "Hail, hail, hail God," and I'll be like, "Yes, I am your God." There are gods, and they hate you, and they hate us. There are gods, and they think of us like you would think of an ant, like you would think of a dumb dog running around banging its head into things. Have you ever, like, I'm talking to people now. You have the problem with, like, talking about things where you have to think about, like, hypotheticals and things like that. Unless I describe them vividly and, like, quickly, people don't give a shit, or people don't give a shit about a lot of fucking things. Why would they give a shit about me? I'm not even that interesting. I haven't even done anything, like, to value a lot of attention. And even if I do, like, how would my fucking psyche, and how would I deal with, like, 1 million subscribers? I'd be fucked. I'd be fucked up. Hey, it's your God here. Fucking Bladdercast. It's God. I'm your God now. You pay attention to me. You watch the whole video. You buy my t-shirts. It's like to come out of my ass. Oh no. Now people are gonna think that I'm fucking gay. And I want to suck dick. I want to eat pussy. I don't really give a shit about all these fucking... I don't get people who want to eat ass. That's something that I've said, like, throughout my YouTube career. This is my fucking career. If you eat ass, then good for you, but no. And I've seen videos of people eating ass. Many videos. Don't think that I haven't. And they really enjoy it. Or they're getting paid well. I even imagine, like, in my head or something, Barack Obama and Donald Trump eating Joe Biden's ass or something. Like, why am I thinking about that? Why is that a vivid imagination? I have vivid imaginations of, like, mutilation and fucking pain. Searing pain. And sometimes it can be very, very like, vivid. And I have to go like, I can imagine something for like 5 seconds and I just go it's disgusting. Why did I imagine that? Why can I imagine, like, diving into a swimming pool of billions of papers and money, gold, doubloons, coins, get the booty, yarmy hearties. Next video, I'm going to be really crazy. Next video, I'm going to have a 6-pack. Next video, I'm going to... you just got a curse put on you.